This is a song off the new album. I had the pleasure of meeting Gary Nicholson, I guess about 2 years ago. A dear friend of ours, mutual friend of Gary's and I, set Gary and I up on a blind songwriting date. And I went over to his house. I'd heard, many things about Gary. And I went over there with my little guitar. I go to his studio where all this magic happens, right? Got Grammys and awards and mojo. And Gary goes, "Hey, Seth Rowe, why don't you just..." He didn't call me Seth Rowe at that point. He just called me Seth. He says, "Why don't you play me a song?" So I'm like playing the song. Something. And Gary gets his eyes real closed, looking at me, and starts. And I'm like, "This shit ain't finished. I'm not finished." And Gary, I got done. Gary goes, "Well, Seth, if you want me to come in and, change your whole program up on this tune, I will, if you want me to." And I said, "I want you to." And that was the first of many, many songs that we've written, and I just really want to thank him for really making this happen for me and us to be on this boat, as well as all the rest of the crew. But Gary and Barbara, I love you so much. Thank you. So right now we're gonna do one that we wrote together in that little studio. It's called "Dig a Little Deeper." She said you need to work on yourself if you want this thing to work. Well, there's a few dark places in your soul you might need to search. Well, that's what got me started thinking about the late nights prowling and drinking. It's time to bring up things alive. Now if I'm gonna make this right, underground so long, couldn't see the light above. But I knew the very best place to start was right here in my doubtful heart. Yes, I know that I can do it. Just got to put my back into it and dig a little deeper to get out of this hole I'm in. Look a little further into the man that I have been. Gotta take it way, way down and turn over a lot of new ground. Gotta dig a little deeper, get out of this hole I'm in. Step it up. Got to look a little further into the man that I have been. Gotta take it way, way down and turn over a lot of new ground. I gotta dig a little deeper, dig just a little bit deeper, dig a little deeper to get out of this hole I'm in. Gotta dig myself out. deeper